So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everybody, it's a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong. New week, new guest.
Of course.
Not new host. I am your old host, Muhammad Nagdi, and I'm sitting here with my buddy.
Hey, it's me, Vivek Mabubani, the slow-paced man of the day. Yeah,
Yes.
I have to admit, like that little gap where you're like, my co-host, and I'm like, it's me, yeah.
Well, no, because you usually, like, I actually give you a bunch of titles before.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
usually, like, my family, my dear friend, my best friend, my family member, and all of that. And today, because you're low energy, I don't think you deserve more than the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy, clearly, because, like, God forbid I do something bad, and you're like, yeah, it's just the other guy.
Yeah.
We're not really related. I don't really
demoted.
Exactly, yeah. So the two of us are over here, and if you hear a little extra hissing sound in the background, it's because we have a third mic that's happening.
Yeah,
but
the third mic with a very heavy English accent that we'll get to in a second.
So this will be the true test of your English level in this podcast episode.
Yeah.
We've got my standard English, we've got Mo's crappy English, and the guest's exotic English.
Yeah, well, it's not even exotic. It just sounds like the Queen. It sounds so official.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, all we can do, later on we got a guest to say a few statements that...
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, he does work in like a journalist, which makes sense.
Oh, there you go.
Actually,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we have that. And I think that brings us to another point that Tim Chan, if you remember Tim Chan, the Chinese comedian.
Yeah, speaking of crappy English, Tim
exactly.
Chan.
Yeah. So he had this whole bit where when he was in Edinburgh, he was told that his accent is too strong.
Right.
And he took it as such a big compliment. He's like, whoa, it's not that my English is bad.
Right, just
my
the
accent's too strong. So I've never had poor English. Like, you guys suck. You can't understand my accent.
I just saw that he did some shows in New York, and I would love to hear his just like how people received his because I don't know even if they would understand them.
No, it's Cantonese.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're doing a Cantonese show. Yeah.
And is it all American people who don't speak Cantonese?
I guess
that would be great.
There's a lot of those, where they're like, well, we're Chinese.
Yeah.
or the ones who are denial who've always said they speak Cantonese, but they don't. Their friends are like, hey, come on over, man.
Right.
This is a show for you.
Yeah,
They're
the
like,
ones who pretended to speak Cantonese and they're sitting there like,
You can imagine like the boss at the company is like, hey, the Hong Kong department, all you guys who said, you're Cantonese speakers, this guy's coming in. We're going to buy you all tickets.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, shit. And then they go for the show. They're fake laughing the whole time. Like, that sounds funny.
Yeah. That's crazy, though, that there is like a lot of Cantonese speakers to the point that he can put on multiple shows.
I mean, that's what we found out now. The bigger cities, you always got the Cantonese speakers.
I mean, Melbourne is huge I mean, obviously, you sold 500 tickets?
700 something,
700, that's
already
like...
That's crazy.
Because that's obviously not all the Cantonese speakers.
No,
that's like probably 1% of them or
exactly.
something.
Yeah, correct. So hence why I'm just like, okay, this is insane. And imagine Sydney then. It's like another market. So Tim Chan actually, all power to him. He went to Melbourne, Sydney, and did shows there for Cantonese shows.
Yeah.
Gone to New York. He's going to be doing Kuala Lumpur. He did London and Manchester as well.
That's all in Cantonese.
All in Cantonese.
Wow.
Exactly, yeah.
That is wild.
Exactly. He's just trying to tell people like there's money to be made.
I mean, can one of you guys just become like the biggest Cantonese like act in the world? Because that seems like there is like 6 of you anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's a matter of Power Rangering it. Just like coming together and just doing like this big...
Yeah. I mean, you, Tim, Jordan, already can get a very strong hold on the market.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of time. Let's see 2024.
You guys should. I mean, I'll produce it for you. You should work together. Seriously.
Yeah. Just call it like TVJ 2024.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, just like because, I guess most of the big cities would have.
They will have for sure.
Yeah. Like the Western cities.
Any
like,
city that
you
has
have probably like Berlin, Paris, or something like that.
I'm sure they have a Chinatown somewhere.
Yeah.
So that once you have a Chinatown, you've established enough that they have land.
Yeah.
Then they have people there.
Yeah, you, Tim, Jordan, already like just social media following would probably be like more than 250,000 probably combined.
Yeah.
Across all platforms.
Yeah. It'll happen.
Yeah?
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, you guys should do it.
Yeah, it'll happen. It is said on today's episode that it will be done.
Yeah, all right. We will get to our guest who is an old friend of mine. So Adam and we met in Shanghai when he started doing stand-up. I was doing stand-up already in Shanghai 2013. Adam started at whichever year, he will tell us. And then after that, he left a couple of months before we left Shanghai in 2019 and moved to Taiwan. And now he's back in his home country in the UK. And he was just doing some shows with us here in Hong Kong. Coming through, did Hong Kong as fuck. And he did an opening set for Sam C. All went great. Adam, good to have you on the podcast, man.
Thanks for sorry. Great start. Now just sat here. What you guys don't know is they talked for an hour and I just had to listen.
Yeah.
It's all
Right.
heavily edited.
Yeah.
But no, thanks for having me. Also, this is the first time anyone said I speak the Queen's English.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Game of Thrones English.
Oh, right, yeah.
More of a Sean Bean.
Yeah,
like,
okay, yeah.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Like more,
Your Grace. Yeah, okay. So it's different, like different. What kind of accent do you have? Like in England, what is this considered?
I have a Yorkshire accent.
Yorkshire.
Or
Okay.
Yorkshire, as
York-
people might
Yeah,
pronounce.
Yorkshire, yeah.
Okay. And what is the Queen's English?
She's dead, man.
Yeah. So her English sounds like this. Exactly.
The Queen died on my birthday.
Oh, lovely. So there is like more reasons to celebrate.
She just stole my thunder, basically. I mean, it was my
That bitch.
it was like my 31st birthday. It doesn't mean anything.
Right,
But
right.
I was actually doing I was doing stand up that night, and halfway through the show, so the show was in the attic of a bar, and halfway through the bar manager came up and just went, "Hey, could you guys not maybe make Queen jokes?" And everyone was like, "Oh, it's too late. I'm sorry."
Wait, did you guys already know that she died, or
Yeah, so she died like earlier in the day.
right? Okay, so you guys didn't know during the show. You knew before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But also like she died, but then they didn't announce it until like early evening when everyone was just like finishing work because
Yeah.
they assumed some people would take it really badly.
It's
and
probably
just
the stock
leave.
market. They were probably like, hold on a
yeah,
second, we don't want
probably
the
that.
market to tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must
And
be
then,
one of those.
but there was a huge clue giveaway because if you watch the BBC News, you can see the newsroom behind the reporter,
Running around?
and everyone had just changed into like black ties.
Oh, wow.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then, so what is her the royal accent? Where is that from usually?
oh, they're German technically. So
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I guess it's like your generic
Yeah.
Harry Potter accent.
yeah.
But like, you meet very few people who actually talk like the royal family.
Yeah. So, but you are 30-something-year-old.
Yeah.
You have obviously always had the queen. What is it like? What is it like for you to have a king now?
Not my king. No. It's weird because like,
I mean, I don't really see much representation. Nobody ever really mentions or talks about it, like from an international point of view.
Yeah.
The King Charles or whatever, everyone's like, yeah, who?
Yeah, the queen was way
Queen
more.
she was all over. Like,
Yeah.
her marketing campaigns were great. She was on stamps and stuff.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
see
what is he
nothing.
up to?
he's just trying not to die. I think.
Yeah.
Like because he waited so long,
Yeah.
it'd be insane if because we'd have to do another coronation. It'll be a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, no, he did the coronation. You
No,
mean
but
like
he'd die and then we do another
Oh,
one.
I see.
There's
Yeah.
like so much taxpayer money
So-
going
so
into a terrible
if
parade.
he passes away, then it's Prince William, right? Who becomes
Yeah.
king.
No, isn't that like the guy who like was very like the Epstein's friend? Oh no, that's Prince Andrew.
That's Prince
Yeah,
Andrew.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So where's Andrew on the
He's
the
way too old,
scale?
right? Andrew's out.
I feel like he's not allowed anymore.
yeah.
On the grounds of being a creep.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
calling it
I think he's
lightly.
legally a creep. Yeah,
Is that something like a topic of discussion in the UK? Like people talk about him being like, is that
oh yeah,
like-
every open mic. Prince Andrew's a punchline.
right, yeah. That's it to me, and I guess for you, Vivek, as well.
Yeah.
That could be kind of crazy that you can talk so openly about like one of the highest figures in the state and like just trash him. I
Yeah.
mean, you wouldn't
Imagine
do that here.
Yeah, no. You'd be crazy to do that. Yeah. Okay. So let me understand this. So right now, when you're in the UK, okay, when you're over there and the king and everything like that, is there anything you're not allowed to touch upon? I mean, I know a lot of things of him was not funny, so you wouldn't touch upon it by yourself. But like anything that they're not letting you touch upon.
Not
I mean, he touched a
really.
lot of stuff he wasn't allowed to, but you know.
Exactly.
Not really. Like it's kind of it's free reign. There's a reasonable amount of like freedom of speech.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and in terms of like satire laws and stuff, if it's topical, you can just go off. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, so anything is protected at least from like a satire point of view. You can just make fun of stuff.
Yeah, basically, as far as my like the media law module of a degree I did 10 years ago.
Right.
If it hasn't changed.
Yeah, but you work as a journalist now, a sports journalist.
Yeah,
right?
mostly just sport. Yeah.
So what kind of sport?
Cricket and football.
You do regular football, like our football, not
Soccer.
like
Soccer. Yeah.
Well, you guys call it football.
We call it football, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because like I realized I was just in Australia and they have a different footy,
Oh yeah, with
which
the-
is so fucking weird because the debate has always been soccer versus football,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and American football, and then it's like a new thing for me. It's like, oh no, you have a different thing,
you have
and
footy.
they call it footy,
Yeah.
but they also have football, which is I think also different. You lived there for a while.
Yeah, so they have the Aussie rules, the
Exactly.
footy, which is like the AFL, which is
Right.
just the huge dudes in tiny shorts and vests.
Right.
They don't make sense. They're like all 7 foot tall, but they're all
Yeah.
they're not real humans. It's like the guys from Space Jam. Like-
Right, yeah.
And then they have like regular football as well.
So the regular football, they call it football.
Over there. I guess so.
I don't know. I think they say soccer. Actually.
So let me ask you this: like, as a
Right.
sports reporter, like the layman that I am, that I don't watch football nor cricket. Actually, I'm just curious. Like, other than reporting the actual final score, what more information do you need to provide to the reader?
So we don't really do. So the company I work at, we do more like quarterlies and magazines. So it's more features and interviews, and you get to
Oh.
know the people more so. And then like actual big story, we don't really do the match reports because they aren't that exciting.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
so you get to interview different sports stars. over that?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you interview Mo Salah?
If I can get anywhere near him, yeah. It's like honestly, actually, when I worked in Shanghai, the biggest one we got is in. It wasn't really an interview, but I was at the press conference. I met Tom Brady,
What?
wow.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
but like I don't care
Right,
about
yeah.
football. And
Actually, I wouldn't care either. It was just a cool story, but I wouldn't like,
yeah, so like I walked into this. It was like a event with one of his sports clothes suppliers or something, and I walked into the room and he's surrounded by Chinese fans and journalists, and he just sees a white guy walk in and he like makes eye contact
Yeah,
with me.
he's
as
like,
if,
you, me, I know,
help
yeah.
me.
Exactly. But I mean, you must get a lot of these where you meet certain stars that you're not really a fan of, and you're like, I'll just do my job, whatever. Because like I've had events where they will get like celebrities to sing songs or whatever, and it was like, oh my god, they're running to the stage, and I'm like, all right, just let me introduce this guy, and you guys go nuts. I have no feeling about this at all.
It happened quite a bit. I did. Again, this is another Shanghai one. Do you guys follow WWE? Like
Yeah.
Oh, the
I-
wrestling?
of course.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
okay,
both of us
okay.
actually.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had to sit down for like 15 minutes with Seth Rollins.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was the best. He ruled. He was really cool.
That's so cool.
So cool.
What was it for? Time Out or something?
yeah. So
Okay.
do you remember the WWE came in 2018?
Right.
And he had loads of different like news outlets got his PR team reached out to anyone who had English,
Yeah,
basically. And yeah, it was for Time Out, and I went into one of the, it might have been like the Peninsula or one of the big hotels.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just
This was audio record, video record, or just text?
just with I recorded the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then so the final publication is just text, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't have to do the whole like voice throughout the whole interview.
No.
Oh, that's really all right.
Yes. Was he like all oiled up and stuff?
No, he was just bursting out of a t-shirt basically.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was really nice, and like he'd been talking about wrestling all day, so he was kind of tired of wrestling.
Yeah.
So I talked to him. He likes CrossFit, so I talked to him about that. And then he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Leeds." And he really likes pop punk, apparently, like
Oh,
pop
okay,
punk
okay.
music.
Yeah.
And he was like, "The Wonder Years have a lyric where they talk about Leeds," and
Yeah.
like he just played it to me.
Yeah.
And then he was like going, "One night in Leeds," and his PR team was just like, and I was like, "Allow it. It's fine."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can always edit later on.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. So okay, so you had Seth Rollins. Then were you allowed to go watch the matches or just?
I got free tickets. Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Nice.
so crazy, dude.
It was
Like,
weird though because like
Is it that
You see all the angles,
Mercedes-Benz
right?
Arena?
it was at the Mercedes-Benz,
Yeah.
and like the Chinese audience weren't really a wrestling audience.
Yeah.
So I used to watch it like when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
like I know how you should act when you're at the wrestling.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were near where they did the walk-ons, which was super cool. But it was really quiet. There was no atmosphere. You could hear them slapping into each other.
Yeah.
Like to the point where like my girlfriend at the time fell asleep.
Yeah.
Whoa. that's
it
wild.
was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they all there just for John Cena or something? Was he there?
Yeah, he came out. He won a fight. He
Mandarin?
did a speech in Mandarin.
Yeah. That's
In his
the way
like
for
really
it.
rehearsed patriotic
Yeah,
Mandarin.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing is that I've actually hosted the MMA fights in Macau, and you have all the typical mainland Chinese tourists over there.
Right.
And what was cool is over there is that it was a smaller room. It wasn't the usual big room. So you have the first two rows that are all VIPs, and there's food and drink and stuff with them. So my image of that night was where you have these bunch of guys on a long table ringside eating chicken legs like drinking wine.
That
and
is
people
so
like,
weird.
And I was like, that's like the old school, what's a Viking or whatever, like they would have, like,
Yeah.
these guys
Or
are eating-
the Roman,
exactly. These guys like eating and watching them beat each other, and
Yeah.
that was happening. And like they would, it was like this. They would like cheer, and it was like,
That's even worse when it's MMA because it's real fighting.
It's real,
like
yeah.
WWE, at least you're watching a show.
Exactly, yeah.
MMA is like people beating the fuck out of each
Exactly,
other.
it's real deal, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, inside going like, God damn, man.
Like,
this
imagine
sucks.
just like a bone cracking at the same time
yeah,
you're eating like
You're
a chicken wing.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like that would.
They came to Shanghai as well, actually. I went to the press conference for that,
They
but they
did?
didn't give me tickets.
Nah.
But I was in the elevator with Anderson Silva.
Oh.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
right?
cool.
Dude,
He filled most of the elevator.
yeah. He's huge. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so this King of Kowloon, whatever. I forget the movie's name. I was told to go to Macau for a filming thing, and I'm gonna be the ring announcer, right?
Yeah.
I go there, I show up, and like all of a sudden I see, I'm like, Anderson Silva. What the fuck is that? Anderson Silva?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this guy. He doesn't really speak much English. So I remember something that I was like. You're Anderson Silva. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, oh my god, what the?
He
how-
said "yeah" like J-A. That's how they say it.
exactly. What the- and I'm like, how has nobody mentioned this? Like, how is this like a no big deal thing?
Right.
And the whole day I'm just sitting there with him.
That's but he doesn't speak
I can't
English.
speak to him,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know what to say.
So you type, like, he speaks Portuguese.
Yeah,
right?
but what am I gonna do,
Yeah,
right?
just
Yeah.
like use Google Translate. Like, I am a big fan.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna probably.
Please don't beat me up.
He had to speak at the press conference in Shanghai, and he'd learned a little English kind of speech.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they'd brought this interpreter, and it was this Chinese lady who spoke English, Chinese,
And
and Portuguese.
Whoa.
And she was like there to speak
Was she hot?
Portuguese. She was just really good at her job, Mohammed. And I mean, probably. But and she came, and he just started speaking English, and her face was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Like-
She's like, why am I even here?
Yeah, she's like, shit. If I don't translate English as well, I'm gonna get paid half. Yeah. They probably made a deal like, each language you get paid this amount.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's like, all right,
please
I'm
speak-
gonna triple my money
Yeah.
today.
But also a lot of these guys, just like from the CTE and stuff, they have like you speak to them and there is like nothing comes out. Like they have to have like, you hear some of the MMA guys, you're like, oh yeah, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's like it's a lifestyle choice.
I mean, even WWE guys as well. Like, I remember listening to the Undertaker on Rogan years ago when he was just kind of
Undertaker did Rogan?
Yeah, he did. It's a really cool interview actually. But he was just talking about how like when they're doing tours or whatever, they're basically wrestling 300 days out of the year. Because the one that you see, the show that you see is like a weekend show or whatever. They're doing a lot of preview shows before that, but they're also doing private shows. And so it's
okay.
like, it's just like the amount of like beating that you get is just insane.
So like they do corporates?
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Really?
You go to like,
WWE?
yeah, that's what he was saying. It's like, yeah, people pay money and then like the WWE.
Oh, fair enough. They probably bring like two guys. They set up the ring and have a fight for that. Oh yeah, actually, when you speak of it, I have hosted one of these charity fight nights.
Yeah.
Where it's like a dinner with like two fights in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, and this is for just the same for us. Like, remember, you and I did like a little
Office?
conference group.
Yeah,
like we did
exactly,
like a private gig, like a corporate gig, like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
It was a literal conference room for the 20 people who work in the office.
I
And
think I
that's it.
saw you post an Instagram story. One of you guys posted that,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, wow, comedy rules.
That's the equivalent of the Undertaker going
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
all right,
All right.
walk on the rope. All right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think that. With okay, so you've seen WWE, you've done the football, you've done all that stuff. Have you met? Do you have any particular sports stars that you don't like that you had to deal with?
Not really, to be fair. I've met some in the kind of the cricket sphere, some guys I thought I'd watch on TV as a kid, and then they were just really boring and kind of unpleasant.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, they don't want to talk to me. I wouldn't want to talk to me if I was famous.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the amount of, because we usually do it as like a press junket where they've had multiple on the day.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, you're going to ask me about that game again. And it must actually be quite boring.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, but
imagine.
no real bad experiences. I've had some weird ones. Like, if this is... Shanghai was insane. So basically, there was so little English media.
Yeah,
that-
give people a little bit of a background of
Yes,
like I don't want to
okay.
go like how do you start comedy, how do you end up in Shanghai, but just very briefly, what were you doing in Shanghai?
I worked at Time Out magazine.
And that's how you got to Shanghai?
Yeah, so I had no pre-existing interest in Asia, China, anything.
But your background is journalism.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like a freelance journalist, which doesn't make any money, and it still doesn't. Newsflash. And basically I got an internet pop-up that said teach English in China.
See, this is why you should never block your pop-ups.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. I must be missing a lot
We
of
must be
opportunities.
missing a hell of a lot of
I have
opportunities.
not seen a YouTube ad for years.
Yeah,
Mine
me too.
is-
Yeah, I have
it's
that.
completely
Yeah,
blocked.
I bet you think at some point Li Ka-shing probably had an ad saying like, "Could you come perform for me?"
Oh, yeah.
That never happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, damn it.
These pop-ups change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came up and it said teach English in China. And I was like, I don't really want to do that.
Mm.
But I just randomly just Googled after seeing it, English writing jobs China, and Time Out were hiring.
Mm.
And it was a lot easier for them to hire someone with experience from outside of a country
Mm.
than most of the foreigners there
Already in there, yeah.
are either English teachers or like in the business world. So
Yeah.
like you can't transfer the visa. So you couldn't swap from a teaching visa to a journalisty
Sure.
or just a standard work visa. So I emailed them. I didn't hear anything. And then a few months later, I got an email from the former managing editor, a guy called Jake Newby, who you might have met
Yeah.
at some point
Yeah.
probably. And he just was like, "Hey, are you still interested?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about this."
Yeah.
So a few months later,
Yeah.
man, that must hurt though. Like they tried a whole bunch of other ones, and they're like finally like, "I fine,
Yeah,
let's go with
fine.
this
We'll
guy."
get the guy far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, also because legally, you have to offer a job to a Chinese national first.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. They do the same with me here. Now.
Yeah.
Like I hired myself because I work for myself, and I hired myself, but I had to show them that why no one else can do that job but me.
Yeah.
Which is pretty whack.
what
because,
was your reasoning? Do you remember what you said? Why?
my
'Cause, like,
reasoning is that like
I'm unique. I'm special.
well, but I went the easy route, which is like good luck finding someone who speaks Arabic.
yeah, exactly.
But that's it.
Yeah. And they're probably like, "Yep, that makes sense."
That makes sense, but also for legal reasons, I have to say the Arabic is needed for the job, but
Yeah.
it's needed with a very low percentage.
Still,
you
that
know?
what? Hey, you know what? It's that 1%, the hay that breaks the camel's back. You know, all that kind of stuff.
exactly.
That one big deal.
Yeah.
All you had to at the end of the deal, after we were talking about multi-million-dollar deal, if you didn't say inshallah,
Yeah.
you don't get the deal.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
actually,
saying?
that is how it works sometimes in like
Yeah.
Dubai and stuff.
I
You're
can
like,
understand, yeah.
You didn't, inshallah, deal is off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you didn't call me Mahmoud or whatever the right pronunciation of it. We can't do work
Yeah,
with you. It's like,
Mahmoud with a U, not
yeah,
an
exactly.
OD.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, he's talking about my enemy, the competitors. You know?
He said Ahmed, not Ahmed. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The
It's
quill wasn't respectful
Yeah.
enough. It's
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Jake messaged you and
Yeah.
he's like, "Are you still interested?" And then
And
you're
I
like,
was
"Yeah,
like,
sure."
I was like, yeah,
So
sure.
you're still doing fuck all, like just freelance
I was
gigs,
freelancing.
and you were not doing any stand up.
I didn't do stand up till I moved to Shanghai.
Yeah. Okay.
So and then my dad used to work in like pharmaceuticals and he'd travel around the world. He'd been to China many times, and I was like, "Is Shanghai cool?" And he just went, "Yeah." And that was
Okay.
about it, because
Yeah.
I was still young enough to like, I could go do something weird.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, and I'd lived abroad before. I'd spent some time in Australia, which is obviously a bit
Fair enough.
different to
It's
China.
close
Yeah.
enough equivalent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of Chinese people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good way to segue into China. It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah. Go to Australia first, kind of dip your toes in.
Go to any other country, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went to Scotland and
Yeah, you're like, so this is what it's gonna be like. I get it. Yeah.
So Time Out offered you a full-time job.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
To do general journalism.
So I was just a staff writer.
Right. So
and
just
then
do whatever, basically.
basically whatever needs writing.
Yeah.
And then I
what do you mean? Basically, whatever needs writing.
utility. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. That's like job description. Whatever needs writing.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You're
You're
a
like,
Liverpool guy. I was the James Milner of journalism. I was just filling.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good reference. Yeah, it's just like the guy who just basically covers pretty much anywhere.
yeah, exactly.
So basically, yeah, I was a staff writer, but then I got a bit more senior while I worked there. So I took charge of some of the social media and editing as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
then-
you have people like journalists submitting or writers submitting to you, and you're like, "Nah, fuck this, don't say this."
And we had a lot of interns. So we used to
Right.
get a lot of interns from like the international schools
Yeah.
or the universities, or someone would come from Singapore because they were like bilingual.
Yeah.
So and because a lot, obviously I moved there, I can't read Chinese.
Yeah.
Because I've just come from England.
Yeah.
So we used to get like a native speaker to check a lot of stuff before we did a proper translation. But it was quite funny. We had a couple of interns who like one of them like came over and he was like, "I really need to tell you something." And I was like, "What is it?" And he just went, "I can't read Chinese." Like he came out to me as being illiterate.
yeah.
And I was like, "That's fine. You can do something else."
Yeah.
And Shanghai at the time, were you told like the rules, like when you were like your briefing and stuff or introduction? What was it like as a white journalist starting in Shanghai? What year was it?
So I moved in December 2016.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was like, as someone who has been there at the time for 3 years, that was when the window is starting to shut already.
It felt like that because
Yeah.
like that New Year's Eve was like when they closed the shelter.
Right.
That kind
yeah,
of thing.
Yeah,
So I
Shelter
still-
was one of the biggest clubs, one
Yeah.
of the oldest clubs
Oh,
in
okay. For a
Shanghai
second, I was
too.
close the shelter. I'm like, what did the homeless do now?
There was an actual literal bomb shelter that
Yeah.
became a club, like a dance club, and it's
Yeah.
been there for years and years. It was under a building. It's very cool. I'm claustrophobic, so I couldn't go there.
Yeah.
I went there once and I like ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Because
intense. It was
It's so
yeah.
intense. I physically ran out. Like, here's what I did. Like Shelter, there is an actual tunnel.
So the ceilings are really low. Is that what you're saying?
Ceiling is super low, but there is also a tunnel to go. It's under a
You have
building.
to go through a tunnel to get
You have
in.
to go through a tunnel.
It was an
which is-
actual bomb shelter.
It's an actual bomb shelter from whatever the Japanese
Yeah, I think
war or
so,
something.
yeah.
So it's a cool club, but also the first thing I did was like there was an exit, like an emergency door behind the DJ booth. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, just as a claustrophobic,
ready,
you always
yeah.
look, yeah, exactly. So I went and I'm like, if this door is good, like I would open it. If I see like psychologically, you're like, oh, okay, I can just run there.
Yeah.
Of course, nothing will happen, but I would
Yeah.
run there, and I went there, and that door was fake. That's when I went. There is no door. It's classic China.
Yeah, yeah,
There is an
yeah.
exit sign, and there is literally like it looks like
They
a door,
tick the
but
box, but it doesn't really work. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there is like a knob, and then there is like I think a door is painted.
Oh,
It's a wall. I'm like, fuck this place, and I
Yeah.
just ran away, and I never went back.
It was
there.
crazy. It was my first night out in China. I got taken there. And obviously, when you grow up in the West, you have all these preconceived notions about China
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And I was like, this is China?
Yeah.
Like, they took it was all techno music. Everyone was just really drunk. There was like these just Nigerian dudes by the door
Oh, yeah.
selling coke.
Yeah, yeah.
And
right
I was
there,
like,
you're
what?
And there is like the monkey guy was there.
On the street.
Yeah, on the street,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Xinjiang guy, like that street, Yongjialu, right?
I think like something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Yongjialu. Anyway, it's like in the French concession, it's a beautiful building. Also, in the same building, there's another club called Apartment. So Shelter is...
Man, they do not have any creativity
No,
with their name.
no,
right?
it's like
What
you-
was this before? Shelter.
yeah, what was this club? What was this?
Apartment.
Apartment. Yeah,
It's just a
exactly.
matter of time. Let's go to the club. Let's go to the club. No, it's called club. Like,
We
damn.
still have a lot of
Oh,
listeners from
you'd
Shanghai.
see that. It felt like everything there's like AI generated. You'd be
Yeah.
walking down the street and that hotel is called Hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Coffee shop, laundry. It's like it's not real.
Right, every venue's name is a placeholder.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, coffee shop, hotel.
It's like that
entrance.
movie, the interview, when they take them around, take Seth Rogen around North Korea.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but yeah, you go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically that. It's like everything is super clean and nice, but
Yeah.
everything is just says like
Is it super-
laundry.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
It's like it's
huh.
all fake.
Yeah.
And I think towards the end of the movie, he realizes everything.
Yeah,
Like
you
he
find like
grabs
the
stuff.
cardboard apple or something.
Yeah, cardboard apple.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was the briefing like?
Oh, it was pretty self-explanatory. And also at the start, everything I wrote would get vetted by just my boss. She was
Right.
like, don't fuck this up for us.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, obviously you already know what you can't talk about. And but also it's Time Out Shanghai. We're writing about brunch, not politics.
You're
Yeah.
right, right.
And it's like, here's Shanghai's most communist brunch. And it's like, that was never a thing. So there was only a few occasions where like we'd get censored or told what to do. Like, I remember I wrote a story about the air quality really improved, but I wasn't allowed to publish it because they implied that the air quality previously
Was bad.
wasn't good.
Right, yeah. That's funny.
Wow, that's pretty.
Did you hear about like towards the end of your stay? Like obviously things got worse in that domain. What was the scariest story that made you go like, all right, this is going the wrong direction?
Well, one of the this is quite sad actually. So like, even though Time Out's obviously a British publication, to operate in China, you need to be under a Chinese business. So we were under a publisher that was Shanghai based, and then we switched because there was a Time Out Beijing as well. So we switched to a Beijing publisher, and we had to send the entire website to be vetted basically, and we had a full LGBT. It was called the queer section,
Yeah.
and we just had to delete it
right.
for the vetting
Yeah.
because apparently that's not good. Yeah, and it was really difficult at the time because we had quite a small.
Because you were coming out as queer. Yeah.
And I was China's the place. And it was like we had quite a small editorial team on the English side, and it was difficult because the other two dudes on the editorial team were both gay.
Right.
And so me and the other editor and the managing editor at the times, it was an English girl. She had to like sit down and just like tell them.
Right.
And it wasn't great.
But they didn't lose their jobs.
No.
Yeah.
They're just still, and I think they brought that section back once the vetting was completed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you work with Paul Johnson?
I met Paul.
Yeah.
He'd already left. I actually took Paul's job.
Right, yeah, which is
Yeah.
why I'm asking about it. So Paul was, you probably met Paul Vivek.
Maybe.
He's was a comedian in Shanghai, American guy, very handsome, tall man. But he had a job which you took over.
Unnecessary extra descriptors.
No, maybe just, maybe
Feel like,
you remember him that
Oh,
way.
Paul.
Yeah, handsome Paul. I
You
get
don't
it, yeah.
see a lot of handsome men out of the Shanghai
That's true.
scene.
Yeah. You're right. You don't see a lot of handsome expat men, tall in
And
Shanghai,
doing
'cause-
stand-up,
Yeah, because if you're that good looking, you probably won't need to go to China to find work.
Exactly.
You probably find wherever you're at home, right? Hence why
Paul
we're
is
all
a-
here. Yeah.
He's an interesting man, but he had a job, which is why I'm mentioning him. He had a job called Inside Job, like a column.
I did that towards then.
So
yeah.
it's very cool because here's Paul's story quickly. We were running KFK, Andy and I running KFK in
Kung Fu
Shanghai.
Comedy, yeah.
Kung Fu Comedy Club in Shanghai. And this guy signs up for an open mic, which is, standard. And
Did you think it was a fake name, like Paul Johnson?
No, we didn't think anything of it or whatever. But like, here's when it got weird. He came to open mic with a photographer, like a videographer.
Oh, it's one of those.
And we are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Does he
Yeah.
not? No, this is so douchey.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want like a first time open micer, and he was making like weird requests like, hey, can like my videographer film me, like come on stage and film me and stuff. And I think he had someone else who was also taking photos, like professional photos, and we were very annoyed.
Yeah.
So first of all, he's a very handsome man, very handsome. So we were already just kind of like went like, fuck this guy. You
Yeah.
know, it's an automatic like human
yeah.
reaction. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? He comes in and then he has his fucking crew. It's an open mic. What are you doing? So we're already annoyed at him. I'm just like, watching him is like, of course we're hoping he bombs, right?
Yeah.
And he goes up and he fucking crushes.
Oh, man.
He does so well. And we're like, what is happening
Yeah,
here?
who's this
And
guy?
he has like this, exactly. Is this like a closeted comedian?
Yeah.
Like, is he a famous comedian we don't know about?
Closeted comedian.
Yeah, is he like a famous? Turns out he works for Time Out, and he has a job. He writes for a column called Inside Job when he goes around Shanghai and does different jobs for to try it.
Yeah.
and write about it. He wrote the MTR, like he was the MTR conductor.
Oh, yeah.
and whatever, he drove a truck or cooked in a
Yeah.
hotel or something like that, and that was just part of his job. Here's a twist. After his first open mic, he was like, well, this comedy thing is good. And he just became a comedian.
Oh, wow.
He just came back and did more open mics.
But how
and
did he get so good at the first open mic? Did he like really?
He was just a really good writer. This is the thing. He's like excellent because most of his jokes are very short form jokes. He doesn't
Yeah.
really have stories.
Yeah.
He just has like Fuck, do you remember any of his jokes?
I've never seen him do comedy. Like,
Really?
he left because I started
Yeah.
June 2017, I think.
Yeah.
So he'd already
He
gone.
had already left right at that
But I
round.
met him when he was visiting. But we
Yeah.
just, I think at KFK.
Yeah.
But we just chatted about Time Out.
Yeah.
It's
No,
funny. Imagine if he just really liked for train driving instead.
I know, yeah. This is the crazy
Yeah.
part. It's just
Became a
like this
train
was part of
driver.
his job, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And clearly from the reaction, he can tell that he's very good at comedy.
Yeah.
And he just kept doing it until became really good and became a headliner and all of that. So yeah, did you do in the inside job? Did you
Yeah.
do like some of the interesting stuff in Shanghai?
What did I do? I got taught to be a yoga instructor.
That's already funny.
by-
As like a regular yoga practitioner, if I
I
see-
do yoga now.
Oh, you do?
Into it. Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So everyone just go on to
Vivek, yeah.
Google and just search for Paul Johnson Time Out or Paul Johnson Live Masala and you'll see him.
Yeah.
Okay,
You could decide how handsome he is, I suppose.
yeah, he's not that handsome, dude. Like,
He's very handsome.
Mo just likes him.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
mean-
headshot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good headshot, and he.
yeah, but he has that typical like American / white guy kind of like hey.
Yes, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
of course, and not everyone. I'm just saying, like at least in comparison to
For a
all the-
comedian.
for a
Yeah.
comedian
Yeah.
also, yeah.
All right, let's put it this way. Basically, it's if you just search for Paul Johnson, let's say comedy or whatever, you'll get a few different faces, right? You'll get a few different people's faces, and I'm pretty sure you'll know which one we're talking about.
Exactly.
It's pretty damn obvious.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
became a yoga instructor
Yeah,
for a day.
Indian dude.
And you started the same thing like Paul, like you did it for a job, and then you will like it.
Yeah, so it just because I played like a lot of cricket growing up, so and yoga's good for your back.
Yeah.
So actually in Shanghai, yeah, it was a dude I played cricket with, an Indian dude who ran a yoga practice somewhere really in a random. I think it might have been somewhere in Pudong actually. So
Right.
I went and he taught me how to do all the basic
Yeah.
to instruct
And you
it.
taught a class.
Legally, I wasn't allowed to teach a class.
Right.
But some of the things, like my favorite one, I was in a band briefly, a Shanghai band called Hog Choker. If you
Okay.
ever,
Any demos? Any can we?
you can find them on Spotify, probably.
Hog
yeah.
Choker.
But then you like again, you just like practiced with them, or did you do a live show?
I did a recording. I'm on one of their albums.
Fun. What were you playing?
So we tried to do a world record where we tried to do every song and release something in a different genre. So I did a different instrument on every track.
And you can play all of them?
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could play guitar a little bit, so that fit was fine.
Yeah.
And then all sorts of random stuff. My favorite one is I had an afternoon with a witch who was a fortune teller.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, and she taught me how to read palms and do tarot cards and stuff.
So she's telling you the trade secrets, basically. And is it like,
She did all my fortunes and stuff, and it was like really boring.
Let's just imitate that lesson. Now she's like,
Yeah.
okay. Step 1, make them to show you their palm. Okay.
Yeah.
Step 2, touch their palm a bit. Step 3, make shit up.
She was so
Step
good at
4,
it.
make sure you get paid.
Exactly.
It was amazing because like she had this whole kind of aura of it. She really looked the part.
She had
She's
it?
from Hong Kong, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then they know their stuff.
And
Yeah. There is a whole row here. You're still here
Yeah,
for
in
a few
Temple
more
Street,
hours
right? Yeah.
on Temple Street. You can actually go and check it out.
Oh,
yeah. It's like a whole row,
It's a whole row of
fortune
fortune tellers,
tellers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if she's there. I think she lives in Shanghai still. But yeah, that was really fun because she was like, I'm a witch, but I'm a good witch.
Ah.
So, but she calls herself witch, not fortune teller. Are they
Both.
different things, right?
Yeah, I guess she practices, she's like
So,
a Wiccan or she practices witchcraft or something. I'm
So
not sure.
was there a cauldron?
Unfortunately not. No, she did
what-
fly in on a broom, no, but no, she just like, it was really ironic. I think I wrote this in the article. She was late and she was
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry, traffic. And I was like,
Yeah,
wouldn't
like-
you have seen this coming?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Exactly. Yeah, right there.
Before, like, because I'm obviously like I focus on Shanghai as I have lived there, but we're also kind of tight on time. I do want to touch on Taiwan because you did the same job in Taiwan. Well, as a different like journalism
it's
as
travel
well.
more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I want to touch on like how different it is from working from mainland or to Taiwan province.
Oh yeah, Taiwan province.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you?
No, that's what it is. What do you think it is?
Oh.
I think whatever your listeners think.
Exactly. I think whatever would let me keep my job.
That's fair. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever people here prefer.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, what was it like then working in Taiwan? province?
you just had complete freedom to say whatever you wanted.
Everything.
Yeah.
And
basically.
how weird was that for you?
Well, I was only writing about like inbound tourism, really. So basically, I got hired by this company. So I initially went there in 2018 on a Shanghai media trip where they took us around Northeast Taiwan. To the tourism board just had a load of money and they flew in. There was like me, someone from That's, and some other stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they just took us around, but we stayed in like 5-star hotels the whole time. So I was
Right.
like, I don't think this is an accurate representation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it got to the point where I fancied leaving Shanghai because I was a bit tired of all of it, I reached out to one of the girls who worked there who I met, and I just messaged her and I was like, are there any English writing jobs in Taiwan? And she was like, oh, we need a guy. Do you want to just come?
Yeah.
So then I had a meeting at the Taiwan Tourism Bureau office in Shanghai, and they just went, oh yeah, when do you want to start? And I was like, what? And so basically I went over and did, so it was a tourism company where pre-pandemic foreigners would come in and we'd design bespoke tours for them. And then I'd write all the copy, and then I'd write articles, and because they can't speak Chinese when they come in, and Taiwan has a high English level, but it's not as English friendly as obviously Hong Kong or even Shanghai to an extent.
Right. Yeah. No, I remember going there and be like, yeah, this is like the English level is less.
Yeah.
Than Shanghai actually.
Like just a day to day, but you'll meet a lot of people who speak really good English.
Sure.
But like if you're gonna walk into a shop, they won't
Yeah.
speak English. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I moved there, I was like, oh, I need to get good at Chinese now, I guess. So then I started studying more properly because you have the Shanghai Chinese, which
Yeah.
is just your day to day survival, little slightly conversational, taxi, whatever. Then I moved to Taiwan, and there was a point when I was the only foreigner in the company, so I'm just sat in a meeting in Mandarin. So I was like, I need to understand all this. Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, that no one's gonna give you the leeway of like, okay, we'll let him sit here, but we know he doesn't understand anything.
Yeah, just go,
We'll figure. They're like, he likes it.
Since you work for the tourist board there, how do an elevator pitch for Taiwan? Just convince people to go as tourists.
I mean,
You must be very good at it by now.
oh yeah, it's honestly one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Well, let's start again so we can like record this and then send it to Taiwan and maybe get sponsored. All right, start.
It's generally one of the most beautiful places in the world because it's got a really unique. So like the center of the island is.
You can say island.
Okay.
We allow it.
Okay, good. It's all it's mountainous, so it's incredible for hiking, and there's lots of different like. So some of the mountains are so high there's snow on them, even though it's subtropical in climate. So, and then there's like a place called like Alishan, which is a mountain forest. So you're up in the mountains, but it's forest as well. And then it's got beautiful beaches, especially like around the south. So it's good for surfing, and there's lots of like beach, kind of tropical beach resorts. And then just it's got it's got a very unique culture. So it's got a lot of, it's very Chinese, it's very Japanese, but it's also got its own Taiwanese thing going on. So it's like a melting pot of kind of like East Asian cultures, and it's got quite a big Korean influence at the moment because Korea is so popular everywhere. But yeah, the food's incredible. It's very cheap and easy to get around. You can take like the equivalent of like the bullet train, like the Gautier in China, from the top to the bottom in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's just very accessible. The food's amazing and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That was exactly 75 seconds.
Perfect. Yeah. That's a decent elevator pitch if you're going to the 100th floor.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they'll like I said island.
No, island. That's a geographical like that's just a description.
It's correct.
It's correct. Yeah, exactly. It's a very accurate. So now,
I have other opinions, but I don't want.
No one cares about that.
Demonetized.
Yes,
I want you guys, your podcast, to stay up.
Yeah, no, our audience also know what we mean by that. But anyway, so now you're back in the UK. You're just like done with Asia, pretty much.
I mean, unfortunately, like I've been here for like this is like my last day. I fly out tonight.
Oh, okay.
So like I've been here for about 3 weeks, and I forgot how nice it is.
Right.
Like I have to go back to a UK winter as well. Like you were just in Scotland, right? So actually I met Vivek at the Fringe,
right?
For the first time up in Edinburgh, and
that was crazy because like that was supposedly their warmer time when I was there, and
I thought it was nice.
Yeah, and I was like going there, I'm like, dude, this is like kind of semi our winterish.
Yeah,
like this is our summer. I'm like, man,
like
I would
jacket
never.
weather.
Yeah, and I'm like,
light jacket.
light jacket, yeah. But still, and I'm just like, you know what? I thought to myself, I said, as much as I hate sweating, man, this is another level. Yeah. Like if this is your summer, man, your winter would suck. You know?
Yes, I've got that to look forward to.
I have no idea how I did like a year and a half in Dongbei. I have no clue, genuinely.
Oh, of course, I forgot
I
you
moved
did that,
there when I was like 20, whatever. And I lived for a year and a half in one of the coldest places on earth. And right now I'm thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? Like if you take me right now and offer pretty much any amount of money, I'll be like,
no.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like it's just like crazy.
Did you move back from Egypt?
Yeah.
The contrast, the jump.
Well, like in English, it was pretty much a similar story. It's not like, do you want to teach English in China? I'm like, yeah. That was it.
Oh, you went to university, didn't you?
Yeah, I was teaching at university, which is a great gig. But like, the place was so cold. Now I'm thinking, I would not live for 2 weeks in a place like this.
I think that's the thing. Was like, how long ago was that? 7 years? 8 years? 10 years?
11 years.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So actually 10 years.
Let's be very straight, man. What we could do 10 years ago, there's no way in hell we could do now.
Yeah.
No way, forget even can do it, want to do.
Yeah.
I think the same for me, man. Like I was just thinking back to all the gigs and everything I've done, and like cruise ships. I'll give you an example. Cruise ships for me. Have you been on a cruise ship before, Adam?
Do you mean just physically?
Physically or vacation or work or whatever?
I think so.
Maybe. It could be
I've been
one
on
of those.
I've been on like overnight ferries. I don't think I've been on a proper cruise.
Okay,
right.
So similar concept,
Yeah.
right? And it's fun. And I remember before, I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. You'd be on a ship for a few days, you do gigs and everything. And then now when I keep thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, no, I would not want that anymore. I'm sick of that. Because like it's the same old. You get stuck with that. And like it was fun adventure. But now even if you told me I do cruise ship gigs for 2 weeks, I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm done. I don't need the adventure anymore.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Well, now the ones that they keep building, like I see on like social media and stuff, they keep building like basically moving cities.
Oh, it's crazy.
When they have like 4 movie theaters, and like a full on like entertainment park with like a fucking roller coaster and everything. It's like, what is happening?
It's basically like people could not afford those 4 hours on a plane. They're like, we want to still be in the city, but we want to get to that other place.
Yeah.
So figure it out. It's like, okay, fine.
I talked to a comic who'd done like cruise ship gigs. And he was like, by the end of it, you're just doing material about the ship. He was like, hey, you guys been up to deck 3? What's the deal with deck 3?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It's weird, man, because like when you're there, see, as a performer, you get to also be a guest and you get to play around and go around the whole ship. And my biggest fear every single time is like, if I bomb, I can't leave my room for the next 3 days.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because they will recognize me. I have to grow a beard
Yeah.
fast. And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it looks like the guy. It's not the guy. I'm not really sure. Nah.
I got put off cruise ships because, like, during the pandemic, all the stories about
yeah.
You're like,
people,
never.
people being stuck. Like, so apparently, this girl I knew through university was a cruise ship worker, and she just got stuck on a boat,
Oh my
like because they
God.
weren't allowed to dock.
Yeah.
But there was a big story actually that there was a cruise ship coming from Japan, I think, and it docked in northern Taiwan, and everyone on the boat had COVID.
Right.
And then like they came into Taiwan.
Yeah.
And that's when like Taiwan had this insane like COVID response already lined up after SARS because they
Yeah.
had like a real
Same like Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That's why Hong Kong was so
like in
severe.
20 yeah.
Is that like SARS was like really big here. in
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
Even though I looked it up actually, I think like 200 people died. It was nothing.
But I think it's like they did
Yeah.
it's like per capita. It was
Right.
quite intense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Taiwan they said they had like the highest mortality rate in the world, but it wasn't
Yeah.
the most people.
Right,
They
right.
had this one hospital where they just dropped the ball basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they had this pandemic plan lined up, and they were almost just like, we want to use it.
Yeah.
And so this cruise ship came in, and we all got like a text message with a Google map on, and it showed the hotspots of where everyone had been. And it was insane. Like they had this like track and trace system like down. It was sorted. And overnight,
Damn.
everything became mask, temperature check. But they got rid of it so quickly.
Yeah.
So we lived in this like weird. Well, over here for a while, it was kind of similar. I think as well. These lived in this
Over
kind
here
of,
took a little
bit longer.
Yeah.
But like living in
There
this,
are multiple episodes on this
Yeah.
podcast of just the two of us just bitching about it.
Yeah.
we just lived in this weird bubble.
So you were there throughout the whole COVID period, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, wow. But you got to see it like open up as well.
No, it was still closed when I left. So I left and then I couldn't come back.
Was that part of the reason you just stayed out?
Basically, so I was going to go back to study again, but I ended up not doing that. And then I was to go study in the UK. I mean,
Sure.
to do a master's. But then I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I couldn't actually go back to Taiwan if I wanted to because
Yeah.
my residency had expired as well. So I was like, I live in England now.
Yeah, that's crazy. One last thing I wanted to ask you about was that you're obviously we didn't touch much on stand-up comedy, which is fine. We have a lot of comedian guests. You applied recently to do a show in Shanghai.
Yes.
And you were met with a bunch of stuff. Basically, the application was unsuccessful at the end.
Well, it will have been successful, but it just took so long that I
Right.
was like, I just went, hey, let's just pull the pin out of
Yeah,
this.
well, I would like to go through the details. However, I do know most of the details are not appropriate for the free episode. And that's when the Patreon comes in. So we're going to go through that on the Patreon, patreon.com/hohopod. We're going to talk to Adam about his application. Basically, application to go now to do stand-up in China. And what you have to go through, an amount of, notes that you would get.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wild. So tune into the Patreon for that. And if you're already on the Patreon, thank you for the support. If you're not, we have cool bonus episodes like this every single week on Thursdays usually. If I'm late, it's Friday. But yeah, sign up for the Patreons. $5 a month. It's a really cool way to support the podcast. And Adam Hopkins, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for doing the shows.
Thanks for having me.
See you probably in Edinburgh.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.